Zara here once again, reviewing another cool action figure from Japan. This is Max Factory's Figma series, and this particular character is Ryder from Fate Stay Night. Fate Stay Night is an anime, it's a manga, it's a video game, so it's not just one thing. I'm not sure which came first, to be honest. I'm told it originally was a hentai, which is strange, but anyway, this is Ryder, very popular character in the series. Very well done figure. Figma always has great sculpting and great quality in terms of its use of plastics and design. Let me first just show off this hair because it is insanely cool. It's insanely long and just long strands, as you can see, and it's very flowy. It's very beautiful to look at. So it's very flexible, very soft. Certain parts, the bigger parts, especially in the back, are a little more stiff and hard, and the pieces on top, which layer on top, are soft, like soft vinyl. So there's two different materials being used for the hair, which is very cool. So there's not really, there are weight issues with the figure because of the hair, but we'll address that later. But let's get into the accessories and then articulation. So the accessories are as follows. You get a bag here, a Figma bag, Ziploc bag, which you can put all the accessories in. You have this little guy, which I'm told is for the hair, which I have not figured out how to put on yet. If someone knows, please comment. I really don't know how to put it on. You have your weapons. You have these stakes that she can hold on both sides, and there's certain hands designed for you to hold them in. So one for each side. Has this long chain, very long chain, just as long as the hair. Well, longer than the hair, of course, but has a little end piece there, so that's cool. So get those. You have a different head, a more aggressive looking face, which is easily attached, which I'll show off. You have her special glasses, or visor, should I say. And then you have your hands, the other hands, and a little holder for you to put them in so you don't lose them. So that's cool. So you have two open hands here, which are a little more flat, and then you have these hands a little more kind of pushing out kind of hands, and then you have these semi-closes here, which you can also use for holding the stakes if you wanted to. And of course she has two fists already on her hands, two closed fists. So put it on a different head and the visor, is pretty easy. So first, take off the front bangs here. So pull out the frontal face piece, and then you can see there there's a little rectangular peg here on top, which you connect with the back of one of the faces. So we'll, like I said, we'll use the more aggressive looking face here, and we'll attach the visor just for kicks, so you don't have to do that. Use these little grooves here on both sides, which you connect with the visors, with the visor, should I say. So, and they lock into that position. So once you got that on, just put the face back on here and put the bangs on, and there you go. That easy. Hands are easy to do, of course. Just yank out one of the hands. Very easy to do. There's no end peg to kind of lock it in place. It just, you know, pulls it out pretty easily. And just find another hand, slip it right into the hole, and there you go. So let's go over articulation real quick. Figma uses different design elements in terms of their articulation compared to Bandai. So let me just pull out a foot here. And you can kind of see, this is kind of the mechanism that is used throughout the body in terms of articulation points. It's kind of, it swivels up and then just pegs at the very end. So that's how it really works everywhere. So with that, you can, you know, get your 360 rotations and your forward and back motions and have almost a ball jointiness to it, so you can pull off some extra angles. So that's everywhere on this figure. On the knees, on the elbows, the wrist can go 360 and have that forward and back motion. The upper leg, this upper leg here turns 360 if you wanted it to. I'm not going to force it. The upper leg, well, the skirt, let's just go over the skirt. The skirt flips up here, and then the other pieces can follow. Very soft vinyl, nothing too sturdy, which is nice. And then the ball, kind of a ball jointiness to the upper leg here. Very well sculpted here. You can see those abs. She's very, she works out, doesn't she? And moving on, you have your ball jointed. Sorry, the hair kind of came off. Ball jointed upper arms here, which you can pull out at different angles, and then turn 360, no problem. And then upper arm turns 360 here. The lower neck is ball jointed at the base and has that same like foot articulation that I showed off here at the neck. So that's kind of nice. So get all kinds of angles, you know, 360s and ball jointy like angles. So very versatile figure, and very well sculpted. So final thoughts on Ryder here. It's very well done. It's a very cool figure. I'm just a big fan of Ryder in general, so I'm kind of biased, and I must own this figure. But for those of you who are looking at this figure, there are a few problems with this figure, and it's really a design flaws in my opinion. The front bang piece tends to fall off a lot. You know, the front hair piece. It's not really locked into place, which is not a good thing in my opinion. And same with the hands. The hands don't really snap in. They tend to just, they can fall off very easily. And that's kind of a problem to me. Other than that, that's about it. There are all these, if you look at the hair, let me just zoom in on the hair, you can kind of see. I should also show off the final bit of articulation with the hair. See how the hair kind of bulges out? on both sides here. Well, the reason is the hair, like has two layers. You have the soft layer here, and then there's a under layer of hair which can rotate up, forward, and back like so. And that's for posing, because Ryder does a lot of dynamic crouching poses in the anime, or in the video game, or in the manga, and they wanted to give that ability to this figure, and that's why that particular articulation is there. But the problem is, you see this weird bulge coming out of her. These little bulges. I wouldn't say big. These little bulges on the side of the hair, which is kind of, I can see it, and it's kind of annoying to me. But yeah, that's about it in terms of the problems with this figure. One final thing is really a question to you guys, those who own Figmas. Is it just me, or is it when you first take out a Figma out of its box, it really smells like the paint, or I think it's more of the smell of the plastic. It's really strong, and I remember when I first bought some previous Figmas that I had the same problem, and I just left them kind of in a shaded place outside my place and just let it air out, and after a while the smell kind of just faded away. But this, when I took it out, this particular figure, the smell just kind of like hit me like a punch in the face, and it's something to be aware of, and because you don't want to be around that kind of smell. You can get a lot of headaches and whatnot. And right now I'm kind of getting a headache sniffing this figure because it's really strong in terms of its scent. Or maybe I have to, maybe I just have Wolverine mutant smelling powers. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, just another thing to look out. Just make sure when you first take this figure out, just leave it outside, or put it in a very well ventilated place so it can kind of breathe and have the smell just fade away. So until next time, guys, we will see.